Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. Welcome to another installment in the What's in the Watch Roll series. This is my favourite series of videos because it means I'm off on my holidays. And indeed I am. Mrs. Joma and I are going on our first overseas trip in 3 years, and it's pretty much a redux of the honeymoon that we went on 4 years ago. We're going back to Fiji. We're actually staying in a hotel round the corner from the hotel we stayed in 4 years ago. But it's not quite honeymoon 2.0, it's more like honeymoon 2.1, because this time we're taking a little extra something along with us. John Jr., there he is. Only 8 months old, but a rather large chap for his age. Mrs. Joma and I are really looking forward to a week by the pool. Perhaps not quite looking forward as much to 5 hours on a plane with an 8-month-old. So I thought it would be appropriate to take the same watches with me this time that I took last time. Except there's one small problem. I flipped them. All. I mean, of course I did. It's me. Last time I went to Fiji, I took 3 watches with me. I took my Seiko 2 in bronze with black meteorite dial and black bezel. I took my Oris Diver 65 with the pale blue Deauville dial. And I took my Espresso Martini Seiko cocktail time. I felt that was a nice spread, one on rubber, one on metal, one on leather, diver, and dress. But alas, they are all gone. I have, however, rebought equivalents though, so I'll be taking those instead. Let's flip the camera and see what I've got coming. Okay, what's in the watch roll and what's this watch roll all about? I cannot find my Stratton watch roll. It's in the house somewhere. I do not live in a big house, but I can't seem to put my hands on it. Just as well I've got a spare then, haven't I? This one by Q. I'll leave a link in the description of the video to where I got this one from. So 3 watches in the roll, 1 on the wrist. Let's start with the one on the wrist as always. You know what it is. It's an Oris Diver 65. Oris Diver 65 number 4. I quite correctly get a bit of grief in the comment section every time I show or talk about an Oris 65 these days. I had a blue-black dial, sold that to buy a Deauville dial, sold that to buy one of these bronze bezels, sold that to buy a car, missed it and bought this one about 6 months later. Having said that though, this could be this particular watch's swan song. It's on a bit of a shaky nail at the moment. A certain friend of mine that you may know has offered me a pretty good deal on a certain watch of his that I have been a long-term admirer of, a bit of a grail for me, so yeah, maybe the Oris will be making way. And there'll be something a little bit posh with a rose on the crown heading my way a bit later on this year, but in the meantime I'm determined to enjoy the Oris. And what's not to enjoy? It's a gorgeous watch, great set of dimensions, 40-20, but with a big old vintage taper on that rivet bracelet. Now I will be taking a basic spring bar removal tool, give me a bit of adjustment here if I do puff up in the heat of Fiji. As you can see, plenty of scuffs and scratches in this one. And I treated it to a little bit of lemon juice this morning to freshen up that bezel. I'll be in and out of the pool. That is pretty much all I have planned, all my wife and I have planned for ourselves and for John Jr. this holiday. So I thought I'd freshen up the bronze and see what it looks like after a week of pool and a little bit of sea water as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous watch. I'll probably sell it, I'll probably miss it, I'll probably buy another one, let's be honest. Just like I did with the Seiko 2. I flipped that black meteorite black bezel version and sorely regretted that particular decision. Fortunately, Elshan was clearing out his cupboard. He always kind of keeps a few models of each hanging around for spare parts, etc. He felt he was done with these. He listed this one on his Facebook group and I grabbed it direct from him a couple of years ago, replacing the black one. This is a grey one obviously with a bronze bezel, so it's not quite the same model, but it's great. I love these old Zelos. This one has just got ridiculous amounts of lume on the dial and it has a Sellita SW200-1 in the back of it. They've moved on to Miotas now, but this was one of the early Zelos models when they were still using Swiss movements for pretty much the same price as a Japanese one. Again, this got the full lemon juice treatment. I actually cleaned it up a bit with some apple cider vinegar last week, but I thought it could do with an extra freshen up. My wife bought some lemon juice, don't tell her, I just used half of it this morning. But yeah, you get it back to within about 90-95% of the original condition. One of the great joys of my honeymoon a few years ago, apart from the stuff that I'm not going to talk about obviously, was watching my Mako 2 change every time I got in or out of the pool. If you've never run a bronze watch long term, they are incredibly dynamic. Not for everybody, you know, some people see rust, others see patina, but I definitely enjoyed it. Kind of constant dynamism, the constant shifting of the little object on your wrist. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the same again this holiday. The more observant among you will have noticed though, I swapped the band. It comes supplied on a Tropic. I kept the hardware but put it on one of these Barton Elite silicones. I've been going a bit mad. I bought 10 of these. I also spent 300 Aussie on Barton Elite silicone straps over the last couple of months. Incredibly soft and compliant, and the original hardware fitted on nicely. So yeah, it keeps the kind of black and bright bronze look, but it's more comfortable than the supplied Tropic, to be honest. So not the only one of them you'll be seeing in this particular video. The third watch out of the roll today is my relatively new Seiko Sarks 041/SPB 039. I picked this one up at the beginning of September because old Seikos are better than new Seikos. You know it, I know it, and Seiko know it as well. 6R15 movement, 100 meters of water resistant, beautiful dial, blue hands, and that red 12 just gives it a little bit of something. Now, I'm taking it on the supplied Crocodile with the Seiko deployant, but I'm also going to take a Barton Elite silicone. I bought one in glorious red to match that red 12, 20mm, 100 meters of water resistance as discussed. It's a kind of dressy watch that is also more than capable of leaping in and out of the pool with me. So yeah, I'd taken the cocktail time with me last time and I thought it was appropriate therefore that I take a Seiko Presage family member with me this time. I reckon I'll be back in the room by about 6 PM, so it's not exactly going to be pressed into service for a lot of fine dining meals in the evening. But yeah, nice enough if I do go out for dinner with Mrs. Jonwa and Jonwa Jr. And like I said, pop it on that Barton and it's just as capable in the pool also. Watch number 4. I now take 4 watches with me when I'm going away for a week or more. 3 in the roll, 1 on the wrist. I used to only take 3. And the 4th watch is pretty much always the same thing. I always love to throw in a quartz, which is usually a Casio digital, because you get the extra utility of a light, an alarm, a stopwatch, and all of those other things that, as nice as the Oris, the Zelos, and the Seiko are, they just can't provide. This is a GWB 5600, I think, from memory. My 3rd square G at the moment, but really, it's probably going to be my last square G for a while. Bluetooth Connect, so it will automatically update to my phone when my phone automatically updates to a Fiji network. It's going to be the watch that I set all of my other watches by therefore. And really, why would you not want to have a G-Shock somewhere in your arsenal when you are going traveling? They are just such fantastic watches. I love the square design. I've dabbled with the Cassie Oak range and have had a look at a few other Gs, but I just keep coming back to these squares. The one piece of 80s design that still looks good today, I think. I got this one half price in a sale last year. It's the ultimate square for me. It's got that Bluetooth technology. It has tough solar, so I'll never need a battery change. Yeah, this one will probably outlast me. So there you have it, Honeymoon 2.1. I'm sure it'll be just about the same holiday as the first time around, with the addition of that small extra. The similar selection of watches though, to be honest, aren't they, as the first time around, with the addition of one small extra, the Jonwa Jr. equivalent, the G-Shock on the end there. So diver on rubber, dress diver on bracelet, dress on leather, but with the addition of the rubber strap should I feel the need to pop that one on the red Barton. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you without videos. Plenty of those have been pre-recorded and uploaded. Play nice in the comment section until I get back. If you like this What's in the Watch Roll style, why not check out another couple of my previous videos from another couple of my previous travel adventures. Thanks for watching this one. I will see you all again in the future, I hope.